1075 The Game Podcasting is sponsored by Modern Exterminating, a family-oriented company. Professional, honest, and dependable pest control solutions. We're your one-stop shop for all pests.
This came out about an hour ago, actually, when I was on the air with Wes and Chris, and feel like it bears repeating, but Missouri has announced this morning that they are extending Eli Drinkwitz through the 2029 season. Drinkwitz has gone 21-5 in the past 2 years at Missouri. Obviously, they had the big Cotton Bowl win a couple years ago against Ohio State. Last year they ended up winning 10 games when you count their bowl game into that. And they are being looked at as a consistent program in the SEC right now. I don't think they're on the cusp of breaking through to the top, like in the area of Georgia and Tennessee and Texas just yet, but they've been a good program these past handful of years. And it's really interesting because I go back to the summer between 22 and 23, where Eli Drinkwitz at that point in time had 3 500 seasons. So went 5-5 in his first year, 6-7 in his second and third year, and was basically, or he was below 500. He was 2 games below 500 at that point in time, going into his fourth season. And I remember we looked at that point in time when they extended him the first time. I think it was through like 27 or something like that, saying, why would you do that? He's not a coach that's gone out there and proven himself yet. Well, they proceed to go 11-2 and win the Cotton Bowl in 2023. And then they back that up with another 10-win campaign last year. And as annoying as he is, we've given him the title of the most punchable face in college football, and all those other little things that we like to say about him. But you can't deny that the guy is winning right now. He won at App State, famously beating South Carolina in the process back in 2019, and he's finally got Missouri on the right track. And I would say, given where Missouri stands in the SEC, there's probably a fear that Eli Drinkwitz could be one of those guys that could use his stepping stone to try and get to an Auburn or a Florida or one of those more high-profile jobs in the SEC if those opportunities did become available. And when you look at the situations in Auburn and Florida right now, if those seasons go bad, we could be talking about both those programs having new head coaches in 2026. So making sure you lock in Eli Drinkwitz for Missouri, obviously very smart. Now, this year is going to be interesting because you lose a ton of talent from last year. Brady Cook, your quarterback. You lose, obviously, guys like Theo Weiss, Luther Burden at wide receiver. Lose multiple starters in the offensive line. Johnny Walker, who had almost 10 sacks last year for your defense. You lose a lot of key guys from that team a season ago. And I feel like this season is where we really learn what Eli Drinkwitz is capable of at Missouri.